welcome back to Astronomy Arcade. My name is Victoria. You can call me Vicky, but today you can call me Kai because on this strange Friday, it is D&D and Space Night.
Space.
I'm sorry, I did it while you were taking a drink, Mac. But I appreciate
That's on me. I should have been prepared.
Appreciate the commitment anyway. So basically, every Tuesday, we normally play D&D in Space. This Tuesday, we didn't do that for reasons. So we're playing today. And it's a fun little amalgamation of homebrewed D&D that Grant put together, our lovely Game Master Grant. And that's the basics of it. Also
by fun little amalgamation, what she means is he wrote us a 400-page book.
Yes. Grant, sometimes I undersell the amount of work that Grant's done on this. So thank you. Also, before we jump into everything, this month in November, if you're catching this later, it's still happening if it's still November, because of things going on that some of us are a little, worried about. We are doing a fun little charity thing. Any money that we make off of subs and bits and other stuff like that through Twitch this month, we're going to donate to some charities that help out minority groups in the United States, including ones that fight for legislation to protect folks' rights, and also that focus on helping their communities in their areas, so in our areas. If you want to be a part of that, it's a great time to subscribe if you've never subscribed before. And I'm gonna match it, and Grant's also gonna match it, so triple your impact. So that's gonna be going on the rest of November. But we're here to play some D&D and pretend like the outside world doesn't exist for 2 hours. So Grant, take it the fuck away.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to D&D in Space. Last time, Space, the final frontier. Last time we congregated here, there were shenanigans happening.
That is the biggest understatement.
Yeah.
What can I say?
There were shenanigans happening.
Yes.
I want that on my headstone. Shenanigans happened.
I want it on the nub that's gonna go on Kai's arm as it recovers. Shenanigans happened.
We can write it on the hook.
It's not gonna be a hook hand. We talked about this. Anyway.
Said shenanigans entailed a stealth mission that went horribly wrong, a massive battle that involved the tank of the group, Brick, almost dying, Kai losing a hand, and a giant pink mechanical hippo dropping from the sky and wrecking shop.
That canon now.
Mm-hmm. And it's still out there somewhere.
Oh no.
Good.
No.
And essentially where we left off, all of you were driving back to Dawnbreaker, presumably to get some much needed first aid and regroup and maybe even get off the damn planet. So that being said, I'm gonna have everyone go around, introduce their characters and their current mental state after shenanigans.
Oh my. Well, as I said in the intro, my name is Vicky, but I play Kai. She is the heirloom human pilot of Dawn's Horizon and the captain of the team. As Grant said, I do have one less appendage than I did starting the game last week. Specifically,
You still have the appendage, it's just a little bit shorter now.
No, okay. I was gonna say, it disintegrated after I cut it off, so I don't know what you're talking about. Also, general warning for just like the teensiest bit of body horror today, I guess. If you're uncomfortable with amputation stuff, we're not gonna talk about it a lot, but like...
I feel like we really needed that last time.
Well, the people knew
There
it
was a
coming.
lot of lead up to it.
There was a lot of lead up. You knew it was coming. But, so Kai is medicated currently, which is good. Stimpaks hit. And probably I think in shock, just kind of spacing. Airy.
Hi, I'm Amanda, but I play Aerie, the psionic warrior elf of the group. What a loaded question. So Kai basically lost her hand because of me. That's what he thinks. And then I had to do something I really hated, which was call upon my dark entity forces to help me get through this. Yeah, force of me. I don't know, whatever.
Steve.
And yeah, so I don't know if you guys watched the one before, but basically we tried to shoot through the wall to get Kai out, and me and Zen missed and shot Kai. So that was cool. Yeah, and Brick almost died, and my best friend. So I'm doing swell. And this is said best buddy Brick.
Ow. That's about it.
I think Brick is also, I just want to clarify, in the back of the truck
Yeah.
with his gun and a turret at the moment.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I
With
just
the
wanted to-
very fun ammo that we made last arc.
Mhm.
Ready to use it. Not yet.
I guess. Leave.
The first time we use that not against Eldritch Horrors is going to be...
It's gonna be like when you, it's gonna be like in Breath of the Wild when you use one of the ancient arrows on like,
Oh my
like
God,
a
yes!
normal, like a wolf, and then it just gets sucked into the nether and is gone.
I don't think I've ever tried that, and I did not know that's what happens.
You
Oh,
should.
yeah.
It's
It's
good.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
It's great.
Engineer literally will just like rip something out of existence. It's kind of hilarious.
It's
I
really
need to play more Breath of the
I
Wild.
need to play this game again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It sucks because you don't get their equipment if you kill like a Lionel with one.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's fun.
It does. It does do the job though.
Uh-huh.
Leave.
That's good to know. Hi, I'm Leaf. I'm
Processing
The,
that fact.
yeah, I'm processing the fact that I'm Leaf on a Friday. I'm a psionic adept elf hacker, although I really haven't done that in a long time. Handler to Wonder the Space Weasel and a growing menagerie of lovely space critters, which unfortunately does not currently include a giant mechanical hippo. Companion to Bessie, the sentient AI subroutine. Accomplished eco-terrorist. Budding actual terrorist. Courtesy of what we did to that poor warehouse. Assuming the mechanical hippo doesn't undo that. Occasional non-lethal sniper. Technically not a war criminal. Definitely the group therapist, and oh boy, are we gonna need that. And blossoming improv comic.
Blossoming.
Iconic.
Okay, and on that note,
Oh, mental state.
yes, mental state.
Real fucking pissed.
Okay, understandable.
And currently driving.
Yeah. Oh, good. And still invisible.
Still invisible with 360-degree vision.
Good God. You know,
The
You
only
guys
one
are-
that stayed invisible.
Actually, Cordon's still invisible too, so the
Oh.
entire front seat of this car.
it's empty.
It's just a Waymo.
Okay, and on that note, I am Grant, and I will be your DM, which means I'm going to be every other character. So, all of that being said, we will pick up a short time later. You guys have left the Colony Dome, and presumably have dosed Kai up at least one more time, using a stim pack.
Can I get those hit points back? I guess it doesn't matter. I'm about to probably go into surgery, so.
Yeah, Kai would be a little more, at least from a mechanics standpoint, a little more stable than she was.
Okay.
From a story standpoint, more than likely not. You pull up to the Dawnbreaker, and Leaf, I assume, brings the vehicle to a stop. Unless Kai insists on getting out and walking on her own 2 feet, Zen is going to do everything he can to just carry her to the ship.
I'd like to inspect the ship before we do that, just to make sure nothing seems amiss.
Take a spot check.
My legs still work, so I am gonna try to walk by myself.
Dirty
I'm
20.
helping Leaf with that as well, just for giggles. 23.
All right, dirty 20 and a 23. The ship looks just fine. There might be a little bit of ash on top from the volcanic activity. But aside from that, it looks perfectly normal.
Did we call... Hey, here's a question, because I feel like we would have done this, depending on how long the ride back was. Did we call anyone to maybe, like, let Artie know he should prep some stuff? Or did we just drive back? I guess we just drove back, because nobody said...
I think we just drove back.
That's fair.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if Kai's going to...
I'm gonna want to walk in walk, but, like, I will not deny someone helping me, like, stabilize me, however. You know what I mean?
And Zen is absolutely going to do that. And he does not leave your side at any point. All right. That being said, the ship does require its due upon arrival. How are you going to get past the security system? Are you just going to let it stab everybody?
Kai holds her hand up, and then remembers it's not there, and then holds her other hand up. Kai goes like this, and then...
Yes?
holds her other hand up, and
Mhm.
lets it get stabbed. And just says, Bessie, just fucking let everybody on the ship, please.
Okay. Bessie acknowledges, and the security scan is waived for the rest of the crew. You are all allowed to enter the ship. As soon as you do, you hear the sound of a tool drop in the hangar bay, and you turn to see where Satsi and Kim were kind of just working on the motorcycles. Satsi has turned around and is looking utterly stunned.
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're back. Are you visible now? Leave, please. 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 Please.
Yes, as I get out of the vehicle,
Okay.
I both myself and Cordum reappear.
Okay. All right. Well, unless you won't do anything else, I'm assuming Zen and Kai are going to just head up to the medbay.
Actually,
I'm
before
going to call ahead to the med bay.
Before I go, I'm gonna turn to you guys and say, should we get out of here? We should. Can we get out of? Let me rephrase that. Can we get out of here? Can I
Yes.
just throw the ship into orbit at least, and like we can deal with it later?
We should go back to Karada.
Perfect.
We do not want to be in orbit around this planet.
That's yeah. Okay, yes, back to Karada.
As she takes off jogging, Kim just says, "I'm on it."
I will accompany Kim.
Kim's never spoken before, has she? Oh no, she does speak now. She has spoken. I'm sorry. I have been doing the old summaries, and I fully forgot.
I will accompany Kim to act in my capacity as a science officer or whatever.
Okay.
It's not actively bleeding. I can get it going.
You should go get treatment.
So should you.
I'm good.
Look
You're
at you.
not good.
Not good.
I'm fine. No, I'm just sad. It's okay.
Brick, I will build you new. Like, we will build you new power armor. Please go deal with all of that.
Okay.
Come on.
He is stupid.
Okay.
Okay. You make it up to the galley and then the med bay, and the med bay door opens, and Artie appears and says,
Greetings, I heard there were injuries.
and the moment they see Kai, Artie halts, seems to process for a moment, and then says,
Captain, follow me immediately. I will attend to you now.
Okay. Give Brick some stim packs. Or
I'm good for now. Take care. Bye.
I mean,
It's fine.
you know where they are, right?
Oh yeah. Step
Um,
it up.
in response, as Artie seems to be prepping something else, one of Artie's appendages manages to reach into a cupboard, grab a box, and quite accurately toss it over their shoulder.
Oh,
At Brick.
thank you. Okay.
And Artie turns to Kai and Zen, who is still there supporting Kai, and says,
I will need to perform a somewhat invasive procedure in order to properly begin the healing process. Herman Zen, you are not needed for this. Please, depart.
Artie is being very serious right now. It's making me nervous.
Mhm.
What are you gonna... I already cut it off. What else do you have to do?
Because it is a full amputation, I must go through the process of properly securing the wound so it heals properly. This will require time and a surgical operation. Captain, please take a position on the surgical bed.
Okay. Okay.
Zen's frozen again. And he's kind of just looking between Kai and Artie. Almost as if he's unsure what to do.
Ari would slowly walk up and just kind of like nudge him, but he's also paying attention to Kai.
Artie's got me. It'll be fine. We get hurt all the time. I'll fix it.
After a long moment, Zen slowly nods. And then turns and leaves. What does Ari do?
What are you doing right now? Are you just stimming yourself? That sounds weird. Sorry.
No, we needed that. It's good.
Ow.
Wait, there's gotta be... No, because the stim packs, like, lose potency. So... as
You
I
can only
hear-
use 8 of them before you get no benefit.
Yeah, somebody maybe should tell Brick that, like, if he waits for... Artie, you can just kind of... I hear Brick from the other room. I'm like, Artie, again, the arm is gone already. If you want to just patch Brick up really quick. And I go, you're gonna put me out anyway, right? We can start that process now. And I gotta grab at whatever's hanging. We can just...
Negative. Triage protocol requires that the most grievous injury is my priority.
Kai does not like the word grievous injury when referring to her. And she says...
Artie does poke around the door to the medical bay, and then to Brick and partially to Ari says,
Please follow the instructions on the box. Do not use the entire box all at once.
Okay.
and then
Got it.
hits a button for the med bay door, and it closes.
Here, why don't you go rest? I need to speak to Zen.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be back. I follow. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Inside the med bay, Artie hovers over to Kai, and then says,
Captain, I will be using an anesthetic. require your permission in order to do so.
Why are you being so weird? You're freaking me
I am
out.
following my primary directives.
Okay. I mean, yeah, do what you gotta do, I guess. What are you gonna do?
Merely bring you to a stable state. That is all. You will have a chance to rest.
Okay. Kai lets him do what he's gotta do.
And Artie gets to work, and within a few moments, Kai is out.
Does he do the like, all right, I'm gonna count to 10, 1, 2, and then I wake up? Because that's what happened when I had my surgeries, and it was thrilling every time. I was like, y'all are so fast.
These drugs are good, man.
It's crazy, though. We'll say, there's probably no allergies to medications anymore in the 28th century or whatever the fuck. Because that would be an important thing that Kai would mention, because Vicky learned that the not as hard way as it could have been. Make sure you tell them what you're allergic to if you're allergic to antibiotics before they put an IV in you. Artie would know all of these things, though, I suppose.
Yes, Artie would know. Artie is going to take very good care of Kai.
Thank you. He doesn't have to
This is
roll
like
checks.
action. This is honestly probably like the one time Artie's truly trustworthy, because this is like actually their core programming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or the closest thing to core programming Artie still has.
Exactly.
True, it's probably been rewritten a few times.
Oh yeah.
Look, I did what I had to do. Okay.
Meanwhile, on the bridge, Kim finishes the startup sequence, and everyone else who is conscious feels the ship shift as it begins to take off. Leaf, in your position, Kim definitely knows what she's doing, but as you begin to leave atmosphere and she starts to charge up the warp drive, you just hear her quietly say, "This feels so weird," as she reaches for the warp drive engage lever.
One moment, please. Before you do that, first of all, are you okay? Like, everything good?
I'm in the captain's chair. This is not where I should be.
I know the feeling. Don't worry. Normally, the dog sits there, so like, don't worry about which chair it is. It's not. You could fly the plane from here. You could fly the ship from here if it makes you feel better. Leaf does actually, deliberately, but he does actually say the word plane and then correct the ship.
Okay.
Also, let me charge up the shields before we do that.
Okay.
And I do the usual deactivate most of our weapons so we have power to have full shields and jump.
Okay. You do. And there is a...
Wait. Sorry. I wanted to do one more thing before I was knocked out for I don't know how many hours. I gotta give Leaf my comms. I got all the data on there.
They're also on mine.
Okay, never mind.
You sent everything to me.
Never mind. It's been handled. I am out like a light.
All right. And all of you feel most of you feel the ship jolt slightly as it jumps to warp. Ari and Brick, what are you two up to?
Well,
Do your thing.
Ari was going to go after Zen really quick, seeing that Brick is like somewhat okay, got it handled.
Just covered in like stim packs sticking out of him.
Yeah, just follow. I'll be right back.
I got it.
Okay,
I've used them before.
I know. I'm
I
just
got it.
making sure.
I'm fine.
I,
This is not the worst beating I've ever gotten.
it's not.
Oh,
Okay, well, it's the worst I've ever seen you. I'll be right back.
okay.
I'm gonna go find Zen.
You don't have to go far. He's sitting in the galley, in one of the chairs, kind of just facing the door to the med bay, leaning forward with his elbows on his knees, and he's just tapping his heel.
Harry would kind of like shuffle over uncomfortably. I don't think this is. Are you okay? Can I do anything?
No, Harry, you're okay. You don't have to do anything.
I'm really sorry, Zen.
Harry, it's not your fault. It was my idea.
Such a stupid idea. Why did we do that?
Well, it seemed like a good idea at the time. In all honesty, we should have gone with yours.
I would just like kind of put my hand very awkwardly on your shoulder and just be like, okay, just let me know if I can do anything to help you or Kai or anything really.
Will do, Harry.
Okay. I go back.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
please take care of yourself too. We're gonna need the entire crew.
Yeah, I will.
All right.
I go back to Brick.
He pats Harry on the arm as you leave.
Aw.
Okay.
No one else
Within a
is doing anything. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's an 8-minute journey back to Karada. If there's anything you want to do in that 8 minutes.
Yes, I'd like to phone ahead with our quantum comms to let them know that we're coming and that our usual captain is injured, and so please don't shoot us out of the sky if our trajectory's a little off.
I forgot it's only 8 minutes. That's nuts. I thought I was at least gonna like wake up before we got there. Nope. We'll see you guys eventually.
It's a very short jump. Kim looks a little offended that you say that there might be
She's a savant.
deviations from
Kyle.
from the trajectory.
I look at her, I go, look. Kai was off by like you saw what happened when we jumped in the first time. I figure this way, they'll ask a lot fewer questions. It's just an excuse.
She nods, but you notice she pulls up a computer screen and is immediately going through all of her calculations the second time. Anything else anyone wants to do during those 8 minutes?
Yeah, I go back in to talk to Brick now.
This is a very I trust you, but also don't want to get shot out of the sky kind of scenario.
Yeah.
Understandable. Okay. How many stim packs does Brick have sticking out of it right now?
Just a couple.
Are you sure it's a couple?
Yeah.
I open the door and he has like 12, and I'm like, oh, Brick, that's not how this works. Start taking them out.
We have other
Okay.
people.
You to follow, huh?
We have other people trained in emergency medicine on this ship. Zen, I guess, is busy, and Leaf beliefs abound.
We'll get it figured out.
Alright.
I take the stim pack, the extra ones out.
Ow.
And
Ow.
then I just give you like a huge hug.
What's going on, buddy?
I just start weeping.
Buddy?
Sorry. He's like waving his face. I just got caught up in the moment, I guess. It's just scary seeing you like this and Kai like this, and I had to do things that I didn't want to do, and I hate that I couldn't use my own power for this. And I almost lost Kai, and look at you. It feels like it's happening again, Brick.
Look, buddy. It's not. And it's not gonna. Okay?
How do you know?
Because we're around. Look, we have one job on this ship, and it's to make sure everyone leaves okay.
What's okay? Kai lost her hand.
And now she's gonna have a really cool badass robot hand or something, or like regrow it. Who knows? It could be really sick.
Mac, you asked me this off screen, and the fact that you're like, will she regrow it? That's upsetting. Don't put that in the universe. You can't just, do you want a little baby hand and come out with it?
yeah,
No.
It works for
Deadpool
Deadpool.
I've never seen Deadpool.
Did
I've
all
only
the
seen
three
the
of us just all make the exact same joke?
Yeah.
I've only seen the second one.
Look, I used to say so long as everyone makes it out in one piece, we're good. I don't feel like I can anymore, and that's fine. But look, everyone's back on the ship. No one's life is in danger. Yeah, we got a little fucked up, but you know.
To be fair, everyone did make it back in one piece. There is not a second piece of Kai.
That's true.
So, we're okay, and we did our job. Admittedly, it was a little bit, not very well planned.
Sen and I did something so stupid. That was the
That's not what
stupidest-
I'm referring to. You guys did exactly what any of us would have done in that situation.
You would have tried to shoot blindly into a building and then hit your captain?
Probably.
Okay. Brick, just please be careful from now on. I know I always tell you this, but like I can't lose you. I can't afford to lose any of you guys. And
None of us are going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
promise.
And as long as I'm around, I'm gonna make sure no one goes anywhere.
Can you promise?
I can promise.
Okay.
Right?
I give you another big hug and I'm like, I've never told you how much I appreciate you, but I appreciate you a lot.
I know.
Thank you, Brick.
Welcome, buddy.
Now, are you actually okay? Seriously, do we need to take you to leave?
No.
Okay,
I'm
you're
fine.
bleeding and your tusk is a little loose, I think.
Did you just lose a tooth? We need a dentist.
We should really see leave. No, I'm just kidding.
That's Artie's secondary protocol.
It's not the worst beating. It won't be the last. It's fine.
Kind of looks cool.
I'm just more sad about my armor.
Oh, Leaf can build you another one.
I
You
know.
said it'll be even cooler.
Probably.
Look now.
I really appreciate the confidence that everyone has in Leaf, especially considering that he definitely cannot just do that.
Yeah, we think you can just conjure things though.
I mean, he can.
You act as if you haven't done the craziest shit of anybody we've ever
Yeah,
met.
That's why we
besides
believe
the
in you.
extra dimensional beings. Like,
Leaf will build you something cool, and then maybe you and Kai could match. Sorry, was that too soon? That was totally too soon of a joke to make on my sorry.
I feel like Kai would laugh at it.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we could match. I mean, you know, what if I cut off my arm?
no.
No, not like that. I mean, I meant the cool mechanical arm because I hate to break it to you, people who can't regrow their limbs. The cool mechanical arm that she gets.
What you mean if you cut off a little fingy, it doesn't come back?
No, it does not. Only lizards can do that.
Wait.
Wait.
He's he's reptilian though. Can he do it?
Yeah. Wait. DM.
I'm a garden variety human, so we know that it's not coming back for me. But
It depends what genes you ended up with.
don't try it.
We're not gonna test
Well,
it.
that's, I mean, there's a lot of people I've known going around with missing fingers then. I always thought they could come back.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not why they cut. They weren't cutting off their fingers to see if it would regrow. Space Yakuza.
Oh,
Yeah, so be lucky or thankful that you still have all yours.
I
And don't
think
try to
so.
cut them off. I don't think they will come back.
okay.
Okay.
And it is at that moment that you feel the ship come out of water with a slight lurch. And within a few minutes,
Hope
Kim
somebody
lands
warns
you.
Artie before the slight lurch.
Oh.
Sing, oh shit! No.
We have an alarm for about to enter warp and about to exit warp.
Yeah, no.
This has
Yeah.
come up before.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. And within a few minutes, Kim has expertly landed you in the same diplomatic port that you were in before. You are now on a world that is, in theory, a whole lot safer than the one you just left. Artie has posted an update to the screen next to the door. The procedure is likely to take another hour at least. But the update includes that Artie believes that Kai's condition will be nominal.
As in he's not gonna beef it so hard that I die?
Correct.
Okay. Great. I was really hoping that wasn't a question. Anyway.
Artie had to be sure before saying so.
Fair enough. Okay. Wow, that's scary.
So you have an hour before Kai's back up. What are all of you going to do?
Also, just so you guys don't feel like this is like a thing, Grant and I talked about this. Y'all can do as much as you want during this hour. I am not like feeling left out or anything. Kai's
Cool.
Have fun.
Well, Leaf has a priority, which is now that he's, now that Leaf has had time to process things and decompress slightly, he's gonna go around and do his job as the ship's therapist and actually check in on everybody.
One-on-one
I'm
sessions,
sorry.
everybody.
It takes you a total of 8 minutes to process and decompress. Kyle, what's Leaf got? Because I want some of that.
A computer in his brain.
You're right. You're right. I don't I take it back. I don't want some of that.
I say what Leaf has is a very not human ability to compartmentalize things.
Oof.
Okay. If you're leaving the bridge, you do pass Satsi. She's heading to the comms console.
How does Satsi look?
Not great.
Hey, Satsi. It's gonna be okay.
She just absent-mindedly nods and pulls out her notebook and seems to look something up before sitting down at the comms console.
How does Satsi actually seem? Like, does Satsi seem like, stable or like, about to go do something really stupid? In terms of like emotional state here.
Emotional state, she is intensely worried and a little scared.
So, did anything happen while we were gone? I say, trying to distract Satsi from the fact that her basically adoptive family is down a limb. And easily could have been down a lot more than that.
I mean, one limb out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like 20 plus. We're down.
I'll leave it for Kai to make that joke.
You will.
Still like a 5% reduction. Anyway.
Satsi shakes her head, and you notice that Kim's kind of glancing between the two of you, and she says, "We were working on tuning up the bikes. That was kind of the project that we were doing."
Is that the ones that we borrowed or the other bikes?
The other bikes. The ones that you borrowed are currently off in a corner of the hangar bay where they are hopefully safe. She does add, we also threw some fuel into the ones that were borrowed just so that they're ready to go.
Cool. Is there anything I can do? Make things easier for you? Otherwise, I'm gonna go check on Brick. He looked rough.
Satsi signs the equivalent of I'm okay.
Good. That will make Kai's recovery so much easier. And I'm gonna go check on I guess I am gonna actually no, I'm gonna go check on Zen first. He's definitely the one who needs therapy. I may not be the right one to do it, but he's definitely the one that needs therapy.
After chewing him out not even 24 hours ago.
And then sitting on his lap. It has been a hell of a ride.
Now, when you say not even 24 hours ago, I think this was within the span of like 5 hours, actually. No.
It might be closer to 8.
12.
12-ish.
We got an 8-hour rest in there somewhere, but
Yeah.
so much.
Not bad for half a day's work.
Well, when you find Zen, he's more or less where I described him earlier. He's sitting in one of the chairs in the galley, just kind of watching the med bay, tapping his heel.
You look somewhere between catatonic and murderous. How are you doing?
Okay. Zen glances at you and then glances back at the bed bay and says,
I did not really need to ask. You are correct. Can I do anything for you?
He just slowly shakes his head and says, I'll be fine.
And Zen, so will she. She's going to be fine. And yeah, shooting blind through the wall probably wasn't the smartest idea ever, but to be fair, it almost worked. And honestly, that is like so far from like that easy heal. Kai's fine, right? Like the arm thing, honestly, you'll help her more distracting her from that than beating yourself up over the other thing. But I'll leave it there, because honestly, in your shoes, I wouldn't want to hear advice from me. So
you may be right, but it still helps. So thank you, Leaf.
happy to go
Who
see.
knows?
Oh, sorry.
Who knows? Maybe next time I'll attach an X-ray scope to the weapon. Kyle proceeds to roll.
Leaf does not really react to that, and very carefully conceals his reaction of manages to not say, "Didn't you have an X-ray scope?"
Harry was wearing the X-ray goggles.
I was the X-ray scope.
Leaf says nothing. Because, yeah, we should see about getting one of those.
Zen takes a deep breath and then stands and gathers the equipment that he literally just threw on the table. And says, I will be in the armory putting everything away. Let me know if anyone needs anything.
If you get a chance, could you look at those bikes we stole? I'd like to return them in decent condition.
Will do.
Thanks.
And he goes. He starts doing this thing.
I do want to go check on Brick. I know Ari probably needs like counseling, but I'm worried about Brick.
I'm in there still too, so you can hit 2 birds with 1 stone if you want.
I don't think we need to hit anything right now.
No, I don't. If you come in the room, Brick and Ari, like Ari is like fully sketching like some really cool armor. I feel like, and Brick is like, now put flames on it.
Yeah, right. Looks like you got some racing stripes.
Okay, yep, yeah, that's
really
cool.
neat. Oh, hi, Leaf.
Are those blueprints?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Ideas.
Ari
Could work with
sheepishly
that.
handed it over.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Could I borrow?
How you doing, Brick?
I'm fine. I'm good.
How does Brick look?
Rick looks fine. Like he's beaten up, but he looks okay.
How many needles are sticking out of Brick?
I took out the
Yeah,
extras.
he's a little bit above half health. He's okay. He healed a lot.
I look at the box of stim packs. They're just like,
I'm
not
good.
to say anything.
I'm good. Could I borrow some money? Just a little bit.
What for?
Kai. I have an idea.
Against my better judgment, how much?
Just a bit, like, I don't know, 20 credits something. How much?
20 credits?
Yeah.
Take 50. Getting
Okay.
something nice for Kai?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I'll be right back.
oh,
Please take
Wait.
take somebody with you.
Wait.
I'll go.
If you are.
I'm not.
Actually, if we can all go.
Okay.
Leaf's pauses to think about it a moment. It's like, no, we should all go.
I love you, but I'm not leaving your side right now.
We're in the same. Okay, fine.
And I love you both, but I'm not letting Brick out of my sight on this planet for a while. I remember
yeah.
what happened last time.
Smart.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
All right.
It's only been like a day.
Yeah.
Is there any attempt to get any other members of the crew to
leave?
leave the ship and do something else?
Go take our NPCs for a walk.
I do want to check on our janitorial staff. I just want to make sure he's okay.
Thaddeus is currently mopping the cryo bay. Because you do have a
I'll
small
be
cryo
honest,
bay.
I totally forgot we had one of those.
And he just, when he hears the door open, he looks around and says, "Oh, hi, Leaf. How are things? I noticed we took off. What? Everything okay?"
Define okay. No, we're.
I didn't hear the ship's fire alarm go off.
No, the fire happened somewhere else.
What did I miss? I've been in here for the last hour.
The captain's gonna be a little surly for a while, and a little down an arm, a little touchy. You know, just be nice to her. Maybe avoid her if you can for a little bit.
They need a hand.
Definitely, when you see her, do not offer to lend her a hand. I'm not telling him what happened. I'm just giving him cryptic advice.
He rolled a 19, so he figures it out and just like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Wait, has Thaddeus ever cursed?
No,
I don't think so.
no,
Oh,
not
wow.
really.
Where's the captain now?
In the med bay. It is like the one thing Artie's actually really good at. Don't worry, it's fine.
Okay. I'm I'm gonna pause this and go make sure the captain's room's all clean. I'll be back.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh, can you hang this up? Ari has like flips a drawing he made and just like gives it to him. And it's like, I don't know, of like did we establish does Kai have a favorite animal? Or was that was Georgia, wasn't it?
Yes, that was Georgia. Kai.
where is Kai's pet?
Kai. Oh, where's BB?
Oh, that's what I drew. Yeah,
It's
you're
my
right.
child.
BB.
You can
I-
ask Bessie.
I was so shocked that I forgot to call for my sweet baby BB.
Hey,
Where's-
Bessie,
who's-
do you know where BB is?
Who's BB giving therapy to at the moment?
The entity known as BB is currently in the medbay.
Hmm.
Oh,
Okay, good.
walls and stuff. You can go through them.
That's what the drawing is, though. It's Kai and BB.
I'll-
I'm like, hang this up, please. With some flowers and hearts all over the place.
It should be mentioned that the robot known as Artie has lodged a formal complaint about the entity known as BB's presence.
Could you inform Artie that that BB is the next of kin?
I'm sorry. Now wait. Now hold on.
And is authorized to be there for Kai?
I think, while I love BB, and I agree that BB is my heart and soul. Where I'm unconscious, it doesn't matter. Where is BB / am I in danger of getting this infected? Because I get cat fur in my surgery.
It's okay. BB's being mindful of that.
Okay. BB catches.
BB
any
is
dandruff that
smarter
comes-
than most of us.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're right.
Yeah.
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 You're right. Definitely emotionally so.
I think BB is like smarter than almost everybody and wiser than Leave, if I remember correctly.
Well, in response to Aries' request, Thaddeus just glances at the drawing and says, "Normally I'd say no to clutter, but yes, I'll tape it up to a wall for you."
And Thaddeus?
Thank you. I appreciate
you.
it.
I know we don't
Yeah.
say it often enough, but we do appreciate you.
Yeah.
Janitorial service is a calling, and I must answer. And he leaves.
I feel responsible for the guy. I'm the reason he was like brought out of cryosleep during.
Yeah.
Like
That's fair. Really
his
quick.
presence here is very much my fault.
Really quick before we move on to y'all's little city adventure. Hi Mama, thanks for popping in. Yeah, she's on
Hi,
vacation.
Lynn.
She's having a good time. Thanks for popping in. We're doing the heavy stuff with the Kai's whole hand being missing and Eri having a bad time and Brick being on death's door, but not anymore. And all that stuff. But I don't
Right.
know. I feel like it's cathartic in a way.
Mhm.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love you,
thanks.
Mama.
Love you.
Thanks for visiting.
Yeah.
Can we bring the bikes with us and just drop them off with the harbor authority? Be like, hey, could you get these back to
Back to their owners.
their owners with some compensation and our apologies?
Of course. The harbor master was kind of expecting this, although they were expecting it a couple of days ago. But they take them words and promise that they will make them it back to the appropriate owners. Okay. So it's Brick, Airy, and Leaf. And are you going to try and invite anyone else to come along?
Well,
I don't. I guess I will invite Zen, but not really expect him to join us.
Mhm.
he pauses in the middle of putting the.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Grant paused. You froze
God.
for a second.
You said he
Yeah.
pauses
And
in the
then you
middle of and
Yeah.
then he froze.
Behold my
Whoa,
powers!
How'd you do that?
I am the god of storytelling. Did you not know? I can narrate my own experiences. Anyway, so
Careful.
But can you turn it off?
I need to write something like that. That would be hilarious. Anyway,
Mhm.
So he pauses for a moment in the middle of putting stuff away in the armory, and then says, "How long are you guys planning on being out?"
Not very. I'd like to get back before Kai wakes up.
Sure, I'll come along.
Okay.
All right. Which one of us is going armed? Because only one of us can.
I'll be right back.
I think Zen, as one of the people who looks like he's been the least beaten up, he's gonna go armed.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just not armed to bear like he was when you guys were going for the
And I still technically have my,
place.
You have your what?
my gauntlets, technically. And Aries, airy, so.
My whip. I'm always strapped.
I
in.
say, did we establish that the hammer counts as a ceremonial weapon?
It does.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
so I
you
can
have
bring it.
Yeah, you can bring the hammer.
All right. All of you leave the ship. The guards are in place, so no one's going to be getting there without getting through them first. So where do you choose to go?
Where are we going?
Rick is looking for a flower shop.
Aww.
Oh,
So, nice bouquet,
Hmm.
or tons of flowers. Maybe some chocolate.
Yeah. Or like a snack.
Some
Yeah.
little munch,
Hmm.
little basket.
Yeah. Let's do it.
okay.
Those fruit bouquets.
As we're driving to wherever this is, in presumably one of the free taxi things, I think. That's how that works, right?
Yes.
I am going to check in on Ari.
Okay.
How's Ari doing?
Aries kind of like zoned out the window, like probably shaking his leg.
Hey, Ari,
Huh?
how you doing?
He says that. I don't know how to answer that question if I'm being honest.
Let's start with, you know it wasn't your fault, right?
He looks down and kind of like shovels. Everyone keeps saying that, but I can't shake the feeling that it wouldn't have happened that way if Zen and I didn't do what we did. So,
I mean, that is literally true for all of our actions at all times. Things don't happen the way they happen if you don't do what you did. Of course, something else would have happened. More than likely, without that distraction, Kai would have been discovered by the guy in power armor.
I didn't really think of it that way.
Like, yeah, okay, you know, the guy stepped out of the way and you shot Kai on accident. Fine. You know, Kai got hit. That is always a possibility. Kai is going to be fine. We made it out of there. You can't avoid anything ever going wrong.
I know, and I just got over those fears, and I can't remember if Aries told you this before, but I lost my previous team, and so things like this it's just hitting a little hard right now.
Yeah.
I just he probably is tearing up and is trying not to cry. And it's like
You're gonna have to try harder than that to lose us.
okay. Thank you, Leaf.
Now let's go get some flowers, cause Kai's gonna need them.
I would have like awkwardly like kind of. Are we sitting next to each other or were you sitting? I forgot who's driving.
Another like a limo.
We're in a limo.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Okay, I would be like, can I? Do you do like hugs or can I? Do you want just a high five? Okay.
I give Ari a hug.
Okay, Ari gives you a huge hug too. Thank you, Leaf.
Bert gets in there,
Oh, I'm just like, oh,
and I
too hard.
grabs in the shirt collar, pulling him.
And after an appropriate delay, so tell me more about that power armor you're designing. That is what you were designing, right? We have moved
opened
on
it.
to distraction.
You can see where Aries like really intricately drawn things and then Brick added with crayon,
Yeah.
like flame.
Right.
I love the idea
Shoulder
that we
pads.
specifically stock crayons just for Brick.
Yep. If you
you've
flip
got-
through the sketchbook, it's like either really funny drawings like the hippo one, or it's like really great sketches. But anyway.
Like, none of the rest of us saw the hippo. Oh my god.
No, you guys don't even know that fucking happened.
That's right.
Don't worry.
I'm
On
saying
the,
anything.
on the bright side, plausible deniability.
Yep.
Don't
I
worry.
can honestly say,
I'm
even in front of truth detecting powers, I have no idea what you're talking about a mechanical hippo.
I'll find a way to bring Mecha Hippo back.
I can't wait. It's gonna be the best.
As you guys are looking at the power armor, Zen does say, racing stripes are good, but you know what will make it really fast? Add in some flame decals while you're at it.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I think we should paint it bright red.
Could be bright red. It's kind of the
We
color, right?
have a lot of paint. We can paint it any color you want.
Cool.
Very cool.
Just feel
But
like
for anyone who missed it from like several arcs ago, our ship's inventory sheet does in fact have a very wide variety of craft supplies.
yes, as we should.
We spent way too much on that when we were specking out the ship.
Incredible.
Oh yeah.
Well, while you continue to plan the paint job, the air taxi arrives at it seems to actually be a flower shop down by the beach.
Oh, cool.
And it's got a bit of an outside selection that you can walk around and enjoy the sea breeze. And it also has an interior as well. There is also, because the taxi took this into account, there is a sweet shop nearby as well.
It's like they
Alright.
listen to what we're saying.
Oh, you guys go get some candy or something, whatever.
Why are we splitting up?
Why not? Divide and conquer. No?
I
Yes,
don't think.
I guess nothing could go wrong. Can I?
Now that you've said that, let's stick together.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, let's.
Alright.
Okay, where do you go
Also,
first?
Lynn Jersey does not want you to forget about the pool noodles. That makes up a significant chunk of our.
So many.
Oh,
We do have
yeah.
pool noodles.
I totally
Oh,
forgot
so
it.
full of noodles.
I feel the need to actually go track down what all weird crap we brought. You can keep talking about this. But
Yeah. We don't have to roleplay buying a bunch of flowers. I just too good,
Okay.
too good bouquet. What?
Ari would also see if there's any of the. I forgot the name of the flower.
Oh yeah.
That is the one that.
Aroden Karada.
Yeah.
There is a dark section of the store. They do have some flowers that seem to be native to the Meriden homeworld.
You.
Small.
are there any that would have been present on Kai's homeworld?
Mm.
I feel like that's
That is a bit
Considering
of
the
an ask.
Mardem?
yeah, that's a
Um,
patch.
When you mention that, Zen just kind of looks around and says, "Nothing specific, but." And he takes you over to the section where they have the blues and the greens, and he points out a couple of different things. Some flowers that are kind of a sea, an
Yes,
ocean
and
blue.
what is Kai's favorite flower?
Of course he knows.
He points out an ocean blue and a bit of a sea green and says, "Put those together."
Obsessed.
That sounds like a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And since we've got you here, and I'm going to be absolutely shocked if you don't know the answer to this, then what is Kai's favorite snack?
Okay, this is the question I did not ask.
Grant very secretly texted me and was like, "What's Kai's favorite color?" and did not ask snack-wise.
Favorite color.
Blue.
Grant,
Wait, no.
Grant, do you want something that is like really region specific or like a general idea of candy snack thing?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes,
Vicky,
whatever would make sense.
Oh, Vicky has to now figure out an alien thing. No, you know what it is? There was a thing on New Corinth that they used to have all the time. They had like interspecies trade. There was like a little candy from a shop that she used to get at the dock, and it was like Swedish fish, but they were like they were not red. They were multicolor, like, you know, all the different colors, and like almost like
Sour Patch
Can they
Kids.
please
yeah.
be rainbow unicorns?
Yes.
no, they gotta be fish. But they're like Sour Patch
Rainbow
Kids.
narwhal?
Sour Patch Kids meets Swedish fish. Like, it's not anything crazy, but it's like sour candy fish.
Cute. What are they called? We have Crustables now, and now we have this.
Sour swimmers.
Cute.
I love that.
Yes, really fast actually. Sour
That's great.
swimmers.
Okay. Zen fills you in on that. And when you head over to the candy store, they don't have something exactly the same, but there does seem to be something roughly similar. It seems to be in the shape of a local fish. It's kind of this oddly circular sort of creature. With fins.
Sorry.
A chunky one.
Does it look like any of the things that have tried to kill us on previous missions?
Oh,
Cool.
It does not. They also don't have the equivalent of they don't have something that looks directly like chocolate, but when you try a sample of it, it tastes roughly the same and has a similar consistency.
Oh.
I mean, I need some of that for baking, so we're gonna get lots of that.
Do you have a really sour candy? Like really sour?
Rick, you worry me.
The attendant looks at you quizzically and then says, "We do, yes. It isn't for all tastes, however. I can give you a sample." And they
Please.
break off this what looks like a hard candy of some kind and hand it to Brick.
Leaf, is this gonna kill me?
Does it look like it'll kill him?
It looks like a candy of some kind. Unless you have a chemical analyzer, you can't tell him exactly what's in it.
Maybe just put it to your tongue first.
I don't know how acclimated Brick is to sour things. This would draw. I mean, roll a
Make a
fortitude
roll.
save. Yeah, let's roll a
Fortitude
fortitude
save?
save.
Alright.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. 24.
Even with the 24, it draws out a sour face from Brick.
Ooh. Can I try? I want to try it. I'm gonna try. I'm also gonna do it.
I'm not making you a prosthetic tongue.
What did Ari get?
Fortitude.
5.
Ari, this is borderline toxic.
I'm just like crying. And I'm just like, oh my. Okay, you can have that back.
It burns.
We've got something like maybe one step down from this. It'd be really good.
The attendant nods sympathetically and finds something else.
Right, thank you. And
We should get back to Kai.
Yep, we should. Yep.
Okay. You end up spending closer to 70 credits on all of this.
That is honestly still cheaper than I was expecting.
And you return back to the ship with about 5 minutes to spare. Artie has updated the ETA to Kai being awake, and current status is sleeping off the remainder of the anesthetic.
Great.
I
Brick
have a
takes time.
very important
Yeah.
question when I wake up, Grant. Have you guys ever had surgery where you needed anesthetic?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, and I also have an actual legit phobia of anesthesia.
It's really not that bad. I've had it 3 times now.
Phobias aren't rational, Vicky.
That's fair. You're right. You're right. How many of you woke up and then immediately vomited?
Oh,
No.
I did every time. So I'm gonna roll and see if Kai
Whoa.
does.
Huh.
You're
I'm
really
sorry.
selling this.
I just woke up with chills every time.
Oh, that too. I'm just
Yeah.
really bad with most medication stuff.
It's fine,
I
she
woke up, it was
says.
just loopy.
Don't worry about it, she says. I vomited immediately, she says.
So, the one time I had it, and redhead, Irish DNA,
Ooh.
right? Told
Mhm.
them, like, hey, Novocaine doesn't work on me. Like,
no.
just letting you know that. And the anesthesiologist is standing over me, just goes, don't worry about it. And I'm immediately out.
Oh.
So funny.
Don't worry about it.
I do get it from you, mother.
Aw.
It's rough. It's rough out here in the valley when you're allergic to your medications. Anyway, I rolled a 12 though, and I don't know if we want to do Constitution for that. So maybe she doesn't.
It would be a fortitude save.
Fortitude. Okay, that's a 15.
I think she's fine.
Yeah. Wow. She's doing better. than me.
So from Kai's perception, one moment Artie is counting. The next, you have a big, fluffy, gray and black creature, just kind of snuggled up around your good arm.
I thought you were going to say around your stump.
We can
No.
backpedaling a little bit.
Yeah.
A
Oh,
little
yeah.
setup before you woke up. So Brick would make 2 bouquets out of the flowers we got. One is in the room. One is in Kai's room. Okay? And I'm going to
Okay.
go over to Zen.
Hmm?
I'm uncomfortably close to him. All right.
Yes, Brick.
You're going to be in there when she wakes up. You're going to smile. You're going to grab her hand. You're not going to apologize. And you're not going to do this moody fucking face that you've been doing the entire day. Got it?
I absolutely need to know what Zen's mental state is right now.
Very surprised and a little confused, but also grateful.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Good.
Ari's shocked.
So, Kai is shocked, and she's not conscious.
Leaf is approving.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do before I resume Kai's scene?
I need to ask where we are in the future with anesthetic and how fucking zonked I'm gonna be when I wake up.
Yeah, true.
It's
Which one did Artie use?
Yeah, that's
That's important.
We have the good stuff, and we've got the good stuff.
Oh no.
Artie seems to have gone by the book and used what endurance would require. And that stuff, you're out and then you're back. A little groggy, but that's pretty much it.
shouldn't
Ready
be
to
driving
face.
for 4 hours afterwards, but
Yeah.
you're okay.
Ready to
Shouldn't be
face the
flying
worst.
either.
Shouldn't be, only 4 hours. Okay.
That was my time limit. I don't know.
Really? That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, last time I got surgery of any kind, they were just like, they're like, you probably shouldn't drive yourself home because you might be in pain, but like, take a few Advil.
I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what day it was. I didn't know what country I was in. I didn't. Well, I got my warning for anybody who is upset by medical things. I had a surgery where I had to get my part of a tendon and a bone removed and then replaced.
I
Like
remember that.
cut out and then put
Yeah.
in a different spot.
Yeah.
It hurts.
That's
I did
right.
that twice, basically. Well, I did that one, and then I did one before that, and it was within. It's great. My knee works now,
Woo.
so we're good.
That's good.
Yeah, we approve of this.
Yeah, that's great.
You just get flagged when you go through airports. It's fine.
I don't actually. The only place
really?
where the screw in my knee has set it off is the second checkpoint when you go to the Statue of Liberty, and they have
Really?
very large guns there, and it frightened me a lot. They take their security very seriously.
Interesting.
The staples were the worst. We're not going to talk about it. Anyway.
Anyway, anything else anyone wants to do?
Oh,
I'm going to be with, I guess, probably Satsi and Kim, just making sure that they're okay
Satsi
wherever they are.
Satsi has taken to baking, and Kim is helping.
I
Aw.
provide them with some of the alien chocolate that we acquired.
Okay, Satsi is excited with that one. Kai,
Grant.
to revise this scene now, yes, there is a very fluffy alien creature curled up next to your good arm. But as you come to a little bit more, you feel your hand in someone else's.
The only one left. Sorry. I can't start making jokes yet.
I mean, it's your missing limb. Sure you can.
That's true. You're right.
You have every right.
Okay. Is the room lit, or did Artie like darken it a little bit?
It's,
Is it litty?
the lights are slightly dimmed.
Okay. So, but I can like see Zen.
Yes.
Hi. Fuck. I'm just, my eyes are doing that thing where they're like adjusting again, and it's like, okay, we're good, we're back. That was very quick. That was like 2 seconds.
Zen smiles and gives your hand a gentle squeeze and says, "That's usually how it works."
Figgy rolled quite low to see how I feel about that. Kind of realizing that Kai can't hide the fact that she just like looks down at her hand and sends and is like, but doesn't pull it away. I don't know, man. But then, I don't know. She looks at. She's like, oh, did you? I thought Artie kicked you out.
Artie did for the procedure, but when it came to you waking up, we were able to persuade them to let me in.
Okay, and then
Although it may have required that we promise Artie could experiment with some teas at some point.
oh, good God.
It's okay. We're testing them before we try any of them. It's fine.
I don't know if Kai wants to look at her other arm yet, but I think she has to. Yeah. What does it look like? How does he, like, just kind of... Okay, Grant and I have, I am obviously not an amputee, in real life, but I have been doing some research, and I have been giving stuff to Grant as far as this stuff goes. So if you'd like me to describe it, I can try.
You're welcome to add anything I miss. Your arm is most certainly bandaged, and the point of amputation has been bandaged with particular care. It seems that Artie is quite efficient and quite thorough. Artie has also applied, I forget the actual term. It's essentially applied compression to it.
Yeah. There's a the one that you have to put on later, like throughout your healing process, is called a shrinker, because you don't want the end of your limb to swell. I don't know if that's what the first one is, but it's bandaged in a way where it would be providing that anyway, I think. And just for the record, you tell me when to stop, Grant.
Right about there.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, full mid-arm.
Whoa. I thought it was like just at the wrist.
That's what I thought too. No, it's like here.
Oh.
If anyone's interested, that is a transradial amputation. I'm learning. I want to be a good representation. I want Kai to be a good representation. Okay, so she sees that. I don't... Zen's the only one there to see anything on her face, but is like, she's clearly not really able to process it yet. You know? And just kind of, I don't know if it would probably be resting on something. Just like, I guess Artie does a good job with this stuff.
Artie gave me a little bit of an update. It was really, you left Artie with essentially cleanup, and they were able to do a lot. So, by the sound of it, the healing should be relatively straightforward, although I don't understand all of it.
Okay, that's good. Can heal up, get back out there, get back to normal.
At the sound of normal, Zen does squeeze your hand very slightly and says, "Take your time, Kai. We've got your back. Right now, best thing for you and best thing for all of us is for you to focus on you. And we will support you in that in any way we can."
Okay. I mean, obviously I have to talk to Artie about it, but I think it'll be a... I mean, we have modern medicine, right? It's not going to be like it's going to take forever. I'll be back to normal, and then, you know, we're going to... It'll be fine. We've gotten hurt worse than this before. It'll be fine. And...
You may roll a sense motive check on Zen.
Okay. Wow. Vicky did well. That's a 17.
He's putting on a pretty good facade of being cheerful and confident, but there is a definite sense that you're not the first person he's seen suffer this kind of injury.
Oh.
And he just nods slowly and says,
I mean, oh, go ahead.
modern medicine does wonders.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like it was my dominant arm, you know? It's not like it wasn't anybody's neck, you know? Like it wasn't like it'll be fine.
Just do me one favor, Kai.
Mhm.
Do what Artie tells you.
Yeah.
Please. Okay. Because Artie's acting a little scary around the edges, but I think it's because if I had to guess, your little robot is worried about you. So I think we're going to see a new side of our medical officer. But Artie's not going to experiment on you. I can pretty much guarantee that.
Sure hope not. I feel like if he wanted to, he would have taken that opportunity while I was, you know, knocked out.
Doesn't seem to be the case.
Do I notice the flowers?
If you haven't already, you would definitely notice them now.
Okay. Where did the flowers come from?
The crew might have decided to take a brief outing while you were under. He glances at your hands, which while you've been talking, BB's tail is kind of just wrapped around, and in the way that you mustn't disturb the cat, Zen's just like, okay, and just kind of twists around to kind of reach for the light controls and turns the lighting up slowly, so that you can properly see the color.
Oh. Those are my favorite. Wait, I want to... Where is Artie? Am I allowed to get up? Can I go see them?
I would wait a few minutes for the anesthetic to wear off. Just rest. If we can get you to a point where you can sit up and you don't feel dizzy, then we can maybe think about standing. In the meantime, would you like the rest of the crew to stop by?
Kai is like about to say yes and then looks at her arm again and it's like,
It's okay to say no.
I want to see them, but I don't know if I wanted them to see me yet. Did Kim fly the ship okay? I'm assuming so. We're not dead. I am shirking my responsibilities. Again.
She was fine. She's a decent backup pilot.
She's a much better backup pilot than Leaf is. Because Leaf is our actual other backup pilot.
Actually, I think it would be Cordum then Leaf, but yes. Because Cordum is proficient in these sort of vessels.
Oh. I don't think I knew that.
Yeah. I mean, Satsi looked so upset, and Ari was upset, and Brick's okay, right?
Lass, he's fine.
Okay.
How
How many stimpaks did he use?
He and Ari disappeared before I saw it, but last time I saw him using them, he had like 4 sticking out of his arm.
Incredible. That's my break.
He's still a little black and blue around the edges, but he's doing better.
Okay.
Or at least he looks like he's doing better. He and Ari are already planning on designing the next set of power armor, so...
I bet it's gonna have flames on it.
I might have suggested that.
Great minds and
In
all
the
that.
In the meantime, while this conversation is going on, what's the rest of the crew doing in the outside the med bay, presumably?
Rick is shoveling sour candy into his
Aries kind of pacing back and forth nervously.
Leaf is sitting in the kitchen area watching Satsi and Kim cook, going through the data that we recovered from that computer.
Okay. You can roll a computer use check to sift through that data if you would like. Meanwhile, Brick already hovers over to you, and seeming a little bit back to normal, just says,
Crew and Brick, would you like me to experiment on that using it to create perhaps a tea?
Sour tea?
Uh-huh.
Might I have a
Is that
sample?
just kombucha?
Yeah, how much do you need?
Sour tea?
Artie reaches out with a sample container, just takes a few pieces.
Okay.
This will suffice. I'm unsure that it is edible.
Is Artie just gonna, like, make Red Bull? Is that all it's gonna be?
Wait, yes.
Please tell me, what is the desired level of stimulant you would like in this concoction?
Sour stimulant? Sour
Um,
coffee? Aries still pacing. It's just like...
No, you made something not that long ago that got, like, Ari really wired? Not that. Little bit below that.
Oh, yeah.
Very well. I will perform a 15% reduction on that amount.
Yeah, that didn't make me feel good, so I would appreciate that.
Feedback noted and saved to record.
Artie takes their sample, and then approaches the med bay door, and then halts, and then goes back to the kitchen and starts bugging Satsi for samples of the alien chocolate.
What, he eavesdropping? And it's like, they need a minute. Also, just so you have this, so you can switch back whenever you want, Kai would have decided, like, basically, like, you can tell them if they want to come in, they can.
Okay.
So, at some point, when y'all are done with your other stuff. But.
Okay. Aside from pacing, does Ari interact with anyone?
No.
Okay.
Unless, yeah.
Okay. Leaf.
Mm-hmm.
As the med bay door opens, because Zen will deliver the message to everybody else, you do discover something in the data. There are routinely illegal, no holds barred street races that happen on Ursodak.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't have a hand!
and one of the rewards is a meeting with the big boss to receive your monetary payment should you win, your share of the proceedings. And you also find many records linking directly to the quote big boss and their direct involvement with whoever is behind the arms shipments.
We're gonna have to go back there at some point, aren't we?
It would appear so.
I would shelve that for the moment to go check on Kai.
Yeah.
Okay. Just before he leaves, Zen gives Kai's hand another squeeze and says, "Is there anything you need?"
I don't think so. Water,
Okay.
actually, water. I'm so thirsty.
Zen nods. There is actually a pitcher of water that was kind of just waiting there. He hands it to you and says, "I will be back at some point. I'll let the others know that they can see you."
You can stay if you want. You don't have to. Are you okay? Do you need and I hold up BB. Do you need? I'm sorry that obviously things were traumatic for me today. I did cut my hand off in front of you. So I hope you're doing okay with that. I'm sorry that had to happen in front of you. I'm sorry it had to happen in general, but are you okay?
Zen takes a moment. And then, with a very complicated but not terrible expression on his face, he turns to you and says, "All that matters to me is that you are alive. I'm glad you're here."
I'm glad you're here. Okay.
And I will be fine.
What?
And I will be fine.
Okay. I'm still a little bit fuzzy from the anesthetic, so I'm having a hard time reading you. But if you need to talk to somebody, you should just talk to fucking Leaf. I know y'all get a little on each other's nerves sometimes. Y'all have a weird relationship, but come on. Just talk to him a little bit or something. I don't know. Anyway, can I see them? If they want. I don't want it to be weird. If they don't want it, I don't know.
He grins. He grins, pats her hand, and says, "They'll be fine. I'll be back." And leaves the med bay, and all of you see him come out, and he walks over to all of you in the galley and says, "You can go in and see her. She seems to be doing okay."
It was like, cool, and walks briskly walks into the door immediately.
I'll wait till the brownies or whatever's being baked are done, and then drag Satsi into.
Before you make it to the door, Zen says "Airy," and holds up one of the small bags of alien Swedish fish.
Oh, right, yes, thank you. I almost forgot. Thank you.
Mother is getting litty at Texas Roadhouse. I'm so glad.
Ooh,
Kai is not
let's
the
go,
only
girl.
one that is fuzzy right now. Love
What
it.
did you get?
Texas Roadhouse Margs.
Oh,
Like,
girl, yes. They're
We've never
so
had
good.
this.
They're the best.
Love it.
Yeah.
Last time I went to a Texas Roadhouse, I think we had to leave because our friend with a peanut allergy was like,
I was the one who suggested it, and then we walked in with our one friend who has a pretty severe peanut allergy, and we were like, "Oh my god, wait, turn around!" Pushed her
Well,
back.
they do have them in
never
individual
mind.
bags,
Mhm.
but it can still be a problem.
Yeah.
the problem is that
This
there's
was-
peanut dust all over the floor and in the air.
This was when they still
Yeah.
let you just eat them while you waited.
Ah.
And so it was
Yeah.
everywhere at the front.
Yeah.
And we were
Yeah.
like, Karen, no!
It was just a cloud of peanut dust in the air.
I almost killed
Oh
our friend.
God.
Oops.
But hey, it was worth it anyway.
So, is everybody heading in? Leaf is going to stay back for the brownies. Satsi does sign that they're going to be a few more minutes. They need a little more time.
I don't want to crowd her.
Mm.
Plus,
Okay.
I can see everyone's emotions, and I really don't want to be there for those first couple moments.
Brick will go.
Okay, cool. Aw, cute.
Okay. Brick and Airy, you walk into the med bay. It's not quite at full brightness. It's still a little dim.
For the record,
Yes.
I'm like sitting up in the hospital bed. I'm not like fucking.
Yes.
Yeah.
You would have
Wild.
certainly discovered the
Just want to
the
put that out there.
You would have discovered the incline controls at this point.
Ari would just do a little wave. Like, you'd stop and be like, hi. Kim.
Hi.
And then would, like, kind of, like, walk over, set the candy down first without explaining, and just, like, give you a very, very, very gentle hug.
I give you as hard of a hug as I can without moving my just surgeried arm.
He's like, oh, okay, and then
Not
he
that
flicks
hard, but I'm just like, I'll pull you, what probably squish BB in between the two of us, and then he
Aw.
evaporates and appears on your back real quick.
cute. I would just be
Yes.
like, I'm so glad you're okay. I would let go.
I'm glad you guys are okay. I'm sorry, I fucked up really bad. Again.
I mean, it was a shitty situation, and you probably did kind of better than any of us would have.
Ari gets really scary for a second. It's like, are you actually serious right now?
I mean, I grabbed a disintegrator gun.
This is not your fault, Kai. Anyways, we brought you your favorite candy.
How'd you guys know? Wait.
We have our ways. I would just hand you the pack.
Thank you. And thank you for the flowers. You guys are really sweet.
Mm-hmm. How are you feeling?
A little fuzzy still, but like... I'll speak first and then I'll let you guys roll, I guess. I was trying to decide if you wanted to... Anyway, I'll speak first and then I'll let you guys roll. A little fuzzy, but like... I'm doing okay. I mean, pain-wise, I already gave me a fuck ton of painkillers, so like, I'm coasting. Can't feel anything except for... Anyway, and...
I didn't roll good.
Phantom pains. And like, yeah, I just, you know, like, doing okay. Already, but it's a good thing we got a good surgeon and got a good, like, spot to get hit at, and it wasn't my right hand, and it wasn't any of you guys, and no one died. Even though somebody got a little close. I look at Brick.
I was fine. I was good. It was okay.
I was very nervous.
I'm like,
I was just making sure you guys all got out of there and it was fine.
Crewman Brick may not be fine. He has reached his daily limit of stim packs.
Artie comes floating back in with the partially used box.
Oh my god.
And hovers up to Brick and confronts him and says,
You didn't read the instructions, did you?
it was my fault. I left the room. That was dumb.
Reading is a little bit challenging. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought he knew how to count to, what was it, 8? And, I guess he doesn't. But it's my fault too.
Next time I will supervise.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you'll have to wait until I am ready to treat you.
Artie places the stim packs back in their storage location, and then says,
That being said, you are volunteering to be my test subject for the tea, correct?
What?
I got some really good sour candy and he was gonna make it into a tea.
Oh,
Non-lethal. Non-lethal.
that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try it. If it tastes the same, it'll be pretty good.
Oh, it'll be excellent.
Eggs.
and Artie hovers over to the lab section of the medbay, and Harry, you hear them turn on the coffee maker that they stole from you.
Wait a minute.
Ari, wait, not Ari.
Grant, how many stim packs just got used?
8.
How many in total did Brick use?
12?
12.
12. Do we even have that many?
Oh, we have a fuck ton.
Okay.
I stocked
Yeah.
up.
Class
We had 90 in the cargo bay, not including the ones that Leaf carries.
Wow.
Yeah.
Leaf maintains a separate stockpile.
Yeah.
Cool.
I have a D person too.
If Artie
We
is
now have
busying-
78 of them.
If Artie is busying himself in making tea, I'm gonna just be like, wait, Artie, am I supposed to be doing anything as far as like...
For the moment, Captain, my only order for you is to rest in that bed until I tell you you can move. Please, do not attempt to stand. I will have to restrain you if you do.
Please don't.
You-
I don't need that right now. Well, you're gonna
You
have
want
one
anything?
less limb to restrain me by, buddy boy. Cut it off.
Maybe we can start making jokes.
Rick.
Okay.
Damn.
I
Gotta
really
make
wanted to
him
call you
eventually.
Stubby when we came in.
Say that again?
I said I really wanted to call you Stubby.
I don't know. Okay, I'll be honest.
Okay,
I don't
I'll
know if
stop.
I'm ready
I'm
for
sorry.
that one yet, actually.
Rick.
No, my bad.
No, it's okay.
Well,
That's
I
fine.
know. Well, no, it's good.
No, humor's good. It's
Are you
good.
gonna get like a cool robot hand, or like should we be looking out for? Get like some catalogs for you to flip through.
Let her heal.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's a good question, because, like, I have things that I need to do. Like, be the captain, and I think I
Right.
need 2 hands for that.
I have no doubt you can still kick ass in a street race with one hand, but
I mean, I don't...
Seen you driving and drinking something at the same time.
debate.
Not on a... I can only drive a motorcycle, and you kind of need 2 hands for that. Kai is realizing this in real time.
I put a hand on your shoulder.
We could ask around. I'm sure they got some cool stuff if you want, or if you just want to like mull it over. It's fine.
I think I'll think about it.
Right?
I need something, I guess. I just don't know what or how that works. I know I look around the corner to see... Is Leaf here yet?
A few moments ago, the galley's oven went ding, and Satsi has served up a few brownies.
So Leaf's not in the room yet?
Leaf can be if he wants to.
Right
The brownies
before
are
he-
nice and
Right before he comes in, I go, as much as I love Leaf, I don't think I want the thing that he get, like all of the cybernetic that stuff terrifies me.
They're a little rough, and they look like they hurt.
Yeah. I don't want anything permanent.
Artie
Just
Artie
focus on healing
does-
right now.
Artie does pause as they are mixing up the tea prototype and hovers over and says,
Captain, I did, per regulation, fit you with a neural interface. It
What?
should allow you to interface with a prosthetic once you have healed and you can use one. It is standard endurance procedure.
Am I like part robot now?
Negative.
Permanently?
You are 99.99999% biological.
Same as Vicky. Sorry.
Yeah, actually! Twins!
I said that's actually more than Vicky, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll think about that later, I think.
Yeah, but just focus on getting better. Can we get you anything? Do you need some water, juice? You probably don't want what Artie's making.
Sure.
I can make you coffee. Yeah, they're making brownies for you. We can bring them in.
Brownies.
Yeah.
And I think that is a good point for me and Satsi to enter.
Yeah, Sachi's really taking up stress baking.
Oh,
Yeah.
Satsi walks in.
Not
Yep,
because of
that's-
you, Kai.
I'm sorry, I've been stressing you out.
Kai.
I reach for her.
Satsi
step back.
smiles and just places a plate with what smells like a very, very nice, warm, fresh out of the oven brownie and just gives you a tight hug. And then takes your hand, and pushes the plate into it. And then lays both on essentially on a side table next to you.
Artie, is it bad to eat chocolate immediately after surgery? Because as I'm putting it in my Artie, you better stop me quick. Oh boy.
It's fine, I checked.
Thanks.
I see no issues with it. As far as I'm aware, the anesthetic I use does not have any cross-contamination issues. This will be an excellent experiment.
It is the standard endurance issue one, right, Artie?
Feels like it.
Yes, it is.
Chocolate's fine. I eat it after every surgery.
Excellent.
And I just rolled. That's a 19. These are almost the best brownies you've ever had. Almost.
I tell Satsi that they are the best by far brownies I've ever fucking had. Because they feel like it in the moment. If it's a 19 for actual quality, then it's a 30 for, like, you know, the moment counts as well.
Mm-hmm. Satsi beams. And immediately starts signing exactly the recipe that she was making and tells you all about it.
Amazing. I follow with rapt attention.
Now that Leaf is there anything? What is Leaf gonna do?
Well, the first thing Leaf's gonna do is give Kaya once over and make sure that she is okay.
Okay, in what sense?
Well, physically first, are you alive? And, you know, like, well, hey, I trust Artie to be good at what Artie does. But one of the things that Artie does is pull out a chainsaw randomly and also threaten to dissect you.
That's true.
And not like the hypothetical, like not just like the Jericho, no, you personally.
Yeah.
I'm checking to make sure
That the rest of my limbs are still there.
that the rest of your limbs are still where they're supposed to be. Not just attached, but attached in the correct places.
Yeah.
Okay. You pull up Kai's most recent medical scan, which is literally within 15 minutes. And Artie was true to their word. Everything is above board.
And I
and
also, yeah, go ahead.
You also see
You also see that Kai weighs 8 pounds less now.
Huh?
5? 6. I gotta figure out how much an arm weighs.
Google it. I'm sure. I'm just kidding.
You also notice that the only difference is that the standard endurance issue neural link, it seems to have been very slightly modified in such a way where you determine that whereas standard neural links do not support the ability for full tactile sensation, this one does. And if you had to guess, if you can find the right prosthetic, it'll almost be as if Kai has a hand to touch and feel.
I like the future.
You know, if I didn't know, I look over at Artie. You know, if I didn't know better, I'd think you care. And I wink at Artie.
Oh, he definitely does.
Which is a gesture because A, Artie clearly cares, and B, I feel like that gesture is going to be completely lost on Artie.
Artie processes for a moment and says,
I've very recently been going through our old archive footage from season 5, and there's a whole conversation that y'all have about winking, and it being a specifically a way to show interest in a person.
Yeah, someone told me to do that.
Yes. So good luck with that.
Artie pauses with that. Artie pauses for a moment and says,
Crewman Leaf, are you attempting to communicate what I think you are attempting to communicate?
Be careful.
Leaf goes back through his data bank. and he looks confused for a moment, and it's like, what do you think I'm trying to communicate?
What do you... Kai is so intrigued by this right now. Also, really quick, Lynn Jersey finally got to see the Milky Way last night. That's so exciting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go.
That's amazing. Just want to call that out. But
It's very cool.
Considering the conversations that you had with crewman Airy, I would believe that you are attempting to communicate a romantic interest. I am not interested. I am non-capable.
Get right.
Remind me to send you.
Artie, that's exactly what he meant. Artie.
He's
That's the
coming on
only
to you,
thing.
buddy.
That's the only thing a wink can mean, Artie.
Remind me to send you a reference on human body language and facial cues.
No, I feel like that's a
Please.
bad idea. Actually, he can already read us quite well.
No, I suddenly have a deeply personal interest in this.
Okay.
Setting an alarm for a reminder. I will remind you at approximately 2 a.m. Standard Time.
That's fine. I deserve it.
Artie goes back to whatever he has done to modify the coffee maker into some sort of lab instrument.
I would just go, I really want that coffee maker back, but he's scary. I don't think I can get it back.
I think
you can get your other one.
Ari, I'm pretty sure we can make you a safer one than that probably is now.
Okay, thank you.
Hi,
Leave.
how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. You know, Artie fixed me up, and we're doing good. I mean, it's gonna take Artie how many days till I can do things again? How long until you let me get up and then I can do my job again?
By my count, in approximately 30 minutes, I believe you will be ready to stand up and perform ambulatory functions. However, in approximately 4 to 6 days, you should be at a point where the initial healing is complete. The internal healing for the wound will take quite a bit longer, unfortunately. In that time, we will go through the process of adapting you and helping you heal. This will take time, Captain.
I mean, yeah, but I can, like, get back to stuff. Right? We have a mission. Can't really just take a week off.
Hey, we can help. We can help you around the ship and stuff. It's fine. That's what we're here for.
Captain, the most optimistic estimate I have, using regeneration serum, which we do not have a great supply of, minimum amount of time would be approximately 6 to 8 weeks before you are able to even begin using a prosthetic.
Oh. Okay. But we already talked about this. It's my left hand. Lefty doesn't do anything anyway. It'll be fine. And I turn back to leave. I'm fine. I'm alive.
What is Kai's
You can definitely roll.
surface level emotional state? And I'm also going to roll sense motive.
Okay, surface level emotional state.
Yeah.
That's hard because there's a lot happening, I think.
Leaf is living out the darker side of like my personal, dream of being like an empath. No, telepathy, terrible. Like you would not want to actually be a telepath, but like being able to tell surface level emotional state, like that's just so much more useful.
I think Kai is just
and
genuinely
less traumatizing.
Kai is genuinely just like man, I don't know what the right word is for this because I want to say scared, but she's not like afraid scared. She's like, I think just really lost. And she's trying to put a brave face over that. She's like very
Apprehensive? Would that
no,
fit?
it's just like
Okay.
like she doesn't like she has one job and it's to be the captain, and she has tried so fucking hard to do that right, and she's just been told that that's like she's getting it's the opposite of a leg up, one might say, an arm down, trying to do that job that is already very hard for her. For the next, I don't know. She's having a really hard time processing. I don't know if you can even read. I think the one thing that you read from that surface level is just like, it's so confused and messy. And she is trying to mask that. That's all.
I also rolled a 22 on sense motive, so.
Oh my god, she's fucking freaking the fuck out. Because she's realizing, she's kind of going through in her head, like she's literally like trying to tell herself, you're fine, it's fine, you're fine, it's fine, everything's gonna be fine, you're not dead, it's fine, and they're not dead, and it's fine, and you're gonna be fine, and you have to be a good captain, you have to be a good captain, this is your job, you have to be a good captain, you have to be okay. So.
Hey. Everyone's fine. I mean, except for, but everyone else is fine.
Who do you know? Me?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
fine.
you're, yeah. I believe you.
Yeah, I do believe you.
But I wouldn't be, and that's if this had happened. So it's okay if you're not. We will manage. We'll figure this out. And please do not let Artie design your prosthetic.
Oh my god, no.
It will have a chainsaw on it.
That'd be kind of cool.
What? You don't
Actually-
want a built-in chainsaw just in case you need it? I'm joking, Captain. I wasn't planning on doing that, but now that you think about it-
Please, no. Kai looks genuinely really scared and upset when he says that. But, like, manages to be like, no, please, don't do that. Ha, it's funny. No, please, don't do that. I just want a normal... And then, her mind goes back to, when somebody says, Leaf says, like, making prosthetics, remembers that there is somebody who makes prosthetics, or that has a prosthetic, at least, and makes things. And it's, Arnell. Amron's sister. And also, I imagine there's other people in this universe that make prosthetics, and so Kai's just like, I think, Artie, I think as much as I obviously think you did great work today, I mean, I don't really know, look down at arm, non-arm, again.
Artie did amazing work.
I'm glad.
Honestly, better than anything you would have gotten on the endurance.
That's concerning for everybody on the endurance. As much as I love your handiwork, Artie, I think I'm gonna look for an expert as far as prosthetics go when we get to it, because apparently I've got a little while.
Of course, Captain. I have the technical details for the neural interface on file, should they require it.
Cool.
Could you forward those to me, please?
Of course.
Don't
Forwarding now.
brain leaf. I say that out loud. Please don't connect to my brain leaf. You already know too much about me.
It doesn't work that way.
Okay, I don't know how any of this works. I
I-
don't have any of this.
I promise it does not work that way.
Okay.
The most this is going to do is let you control an arm, and it looks like Artie. It looks like it can provide feedback. That just means you'd be able to feel things if we can find the right prosthetic for you.
Oh.
That's all. It just does what the nerves used to do, but connecty now. Leaf has no idea how to approach this. All of his cybernetic implants have just always been there, except for the ones that Artie installed for him.
Yeah.
Well, and the other one, but we don't talk about that. It's
Wow.
yeah, and this isn't gonna stop you from, piloting the ship, or it was never about, carrying boxes and stuff. You're our leader. We need you, not, you don't need all 20 mini digits. You've got us for that. Leaf is trying desperately to make this less awkward, and is just consistently making it worse and worse and
No,
worse.
it was good. No, Kyle, you almost got some tears from me, so I think Kai definitely teared up. And then, are you close
so
enough? Are
Leaf
you close enough?
Thinks he's making this worse and worse and worse.
Are you close enough to Kai where I can grab you?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, then I pull you into a hug because I haven't gotten a hug from you yet. Yeah. Brick, you're the only one left.
Okay.
Definitely returns the hug.
Thank you guys.
Wait, Crewman Brick, are you missing one of your tusks?
Oh my God! Did you lose a tooth too? We don't have a
Sorry, I made that
dentist.
canon.
Did you keep the item in question?
Maybe.
Please hand it to me and schedule an appointment for tomorrow morning.
Hey.
I'll go with
Artie,
you. Okay.
please check with me before you run any destructive tests on that.
Affirmative.
All right.
Yeah, what?
Well, with all of that being said, Zen has joined you. He's kind of just standing in the doorway, keeping everybody company. Satsi mentions that she might have called some friends. Because I don't think Kai has mentioned Arnell or Amryn yet. But it sounds like Satsi might have already thought of them.
Oh,
And
Kai's
She
gonna
doesn't-
have
she
an
doesn't-
amputee buddy.
she doesn't immediately say it, but she obviously seems to have a plan. And I'm gonna say that all of you essentially spend the next however long you spend in the medbay, chatting and more or less making each other feel better about everything that's going on, with the help of some freshly baked brownies, courtesy of Kim and Sansi.
The second Artie lets me stand up, I'm like, I want to move to the galley. We are moving this party to the galley. I don't like this room. Artie, you're great. It feels so sterile. So I asked them to help me move to the galley. Hang out on the couch.
And you do. And the party moves out there. And that, I think, is where we will end it.
Okay. All right. Well,
This is the closest thing to a beach episode we've ever had.
it's insane because I had to cut off my own arm to get us a beach episode. And also only one. I'm sorry. We haven't been on stream yet. A cat. Yay. We haven't been on stream. Look at her. Look at her face. She always looks a little bit angry, and I love it.
Actually,
always
she's
looks-
very happy. I think she just ate.
So good. We haven't been on stream since I made the apparent unknown deal with the devil. I'm a little pissed about the fact that I gave a whole arm for one World Series game win and not even a single fucking swing state flip. Bitch. What do you mean? Like, I gave anyway. But thank you guys all for joining us in D&D in space. As far as the rest of the week goes, it's Friday. The week's over. So enjoy your weekend. Try to find, if you're like us and things have been a little stressful this week, that's the understatement of the century, I know. Try to find fun things to do that with people that you love. Try to find fun crafts. And then support your community. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, you can support communities as well through subscribing to our channel. All of the proceeds from subscriptions and bits and everything like that this month is going to a couple different groups that we are still working on, finding and putting together. But we want to find groups that are that support minorities in our communities and across the United States, as far as like supporting them directly, and then also advocating for legislation and fighting those legal battles in order to get keep people's rights in place, because things are a little scary right now. So all the proceeds of or like any profit that we would get from Twitch in November is going to that, and Grant and I are both going to match it with our own donations. So if you want to be a part of that, subscribe if you're new here, or subscribe if you haven't. I still don't know what the on-screen celebration is, but we'll work on everything.
Yay! That's what it is.
Woo! Yeah, I don't know if it's
We
supposed to
need
be
the
like
little poppers.
Yeah.
a thing that I do. Yeah.
We need confetti.
But yeah, and then the usual stuff. Follow if you're new here, subscribe if you feel so inclined. As far as next week goes, on Monday, Aiden and I will be here talking about some astronomy stuff. On Tuesday, we'll be back, I guess. Everybody's good for Tuesday.
Yep.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, quick turnaround. Love when that happens. We had to wait extra long, but now we get to play soon. And then on Thursday next week, I will be back playing a new game. I haven't picked one yet, actually, so I'll have to pick something. It might be Hades. I've been really in the mood to play Hades.
Do it.
Ooh, do
We'll
it,
see.
yeah.
But yeah.
Also, speaking of crafts, I made chainmail while we were on stream.
I was wondering what you were doing.
Oh, Vivanderina, thanks for popping in
Aw.
real quick.
Aw.
Hi, invite to you too. Hang in there. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next time. And all the links.
Yes.
Go. Race each other.
Penguin one. Good penguin.
I got it.
Penguin.
Penguins. Look at all the penguins right now. Oh, someone beat you. Wait.
I didn't get even one on the board. It's
Let me
fine.
see. What's their stream looking like right now?
Look at them looking
Is it
around.
good? Is it good?
Yeah. It's
There's two.
Go
Again,
check
it's
out.
a replay of this morning, obviously, but it's fun.
Go check out the penguins. Check out our VODs. And we'll see you next time. I guess.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
If I can find the button. Okay, there it is. Bye.